Hey guys, how's it going? Hope your all's training's going well. This video is the first in a new series that I'm putting together. And that series basically is my attempt at trying to mentor you all as best I can through video. And the reason why I want to go about it this way, or the reason why I want to change things up a little bit, is I realize that there is a bit of a disconnect or a little bit of a gap between conceptual knowledge and experiential knowledge, right? For example, you can read every book you want on tennis, but that's not going to make you a good tennis player, right? The only way you're going to get better at tennis is if you play tennis, right? That you experience playing tennis. Sure, having the conceptual knowledge behind it is going to help you a lot when you start applying it, but you're not going to really become a good tennis player until you start playing. Well, dog training is absolutely no different. And I realize that there is a bit of a disconnect there because there's a lot of videos out there that go over conceptual things, but maybe they don't show you as thoroughly as they could on how to exactly go about applying the concepts that they've taught you. And that's what I want to do differently with this series is not only are we going to go over a certain concept, but then I'm immediately going to show you how to apply it. And not only that, I'm going to show you these things in a sequential order so that you could follow along with me if you'd like and essentially train your dog with me. I'm going to show you how I would train a dog from beginning to end, all the way from before you even get the dog. Uh, what should you look for in a dog? The difference between getting an adult dog and getting a puppy, what to expect, good habits to build, and how to avoid bad ones, that sort of thing. And build it all the way through completely functional and reliable obedience that you can use anywhere and at any time. So, yeah, that's my plan with this series. And I think it'll be very helpful to a lot of people if I can pull it off the way I'm envisioning it. So, we'll see what I can do for y'all. So, with this series, I'm going to try to keep it as realistic as I possibly can. And what I mean by that is, I realize that me being a dog trainer, I can take my dogs with me to work every day. And I could work them very frequently throughout the day if I wanted to. Depends on how busy my day is, but more often than not, I have some time that I can use to train my own dogs. And that's part of the reason why Nova is as well trained as she is because she's been coming to work with me for years, and I've worked her nearly every day on a bunch of different stuff, and that's why her obedience is as good as it is. I realize that that is not the case for most people. Most of y'all can't bring your dogs with you to work, let alone train them while you're at work. So that's very much a luxury that I have because of the job that I have, and I realize that. So I am going to use one of my own dogs. We're going to use Leica, not Nova, and Leica is older. She's not nearly as trained as Nova. No, Leica is a very average dog as well, like average on training, average on food drive, average on prey drive. She's a very middle of the road dog, and she's also older. Like I said, she's 7, 8, 9 years old, I think, somewhere in there. So she's a good candidate for this because she's very middle of the road. And with her being older, I figured that'd be a good way to show you guys that age doesn't matter. The dog can be any age. What matters is the repetition base that they have doing wanted or unwanted behaviors. How much practice have they had doing the things you want them to do or the things you don't want them to do? That's all that matters. But age doesn't. And so overall, she's going to be a good dog for that. Now, even though she lives with me and I could take her to work every day if I wanted to, I'm not going to. I'm going to pretend like I have a standard 9 to 5, or I have several clients that work 12-hour shifts because they're EMS or doctors or police officers, whatever. So I realize that many of you work long hours, and finding time to train your dog after a long day it takes a little bit of willpower sometimes, but I'm going to show you how to navigate that, how to work with that. So that's what I mean by keeping this series realistic. Is I'm not going to do any behind the scenes training type things that only dog trainers can do. I'm going to pretend like I'm one of y'all. How would I go about doing it? So yeah, so hopefully, like I said, you can follow along with me. You more or less copy what I do and get the experience that you need to learn this on an experiential level, right? And so you can get that knowledge ingrained in your soul, as I like to say. So yeah, I'm excited for this because I think it'll help you guys a lot if, once again, I can pull it off the way that I'm imagining it right now. So a couple other ideas I have, or tools I'm going to put in place to help you all, is I'm going to take advantage of the videos, of course. I mean, that's a given. It's a YouTube video, YouTube channel. But also the comment section. So after each video, if you have any questions, seriously, do not hesitate to ask questions. That's really what my comment section is for, more than anything. That's what I want it to be for. I mean, it could be whatever. I appreciate the kind words and all the encouragement because it does keep me going. I ain't gonna lie. Knowing that there's people out there that give a shit about what I have to say and appreciate my input. So I do appreciate you guys. Thank you for that. But also use the comments for questions. Don't hesitate to ask questions if you have any. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the community page quite a bit going forward. I've experimented with that a little bit through other videos. And what I'll likely do is after each video, I'll make a post about that video that will more or less encapsulate all the key points that I wanted you guys to get out of that video. So after you watch the video, ask questions in the comments, check the community page, see if I've posted anything about that yet. If I have, read it, go over it. If you have questions about any of that, ask a question in those comments. And then I will likely take advantage of the quiz option. I like that quite a bit. I use that in a couple of different videos, but I thought that'd be handy to use as well, where I may add a little quiz at the end of some of these videos. And the quiz may be just one question, and maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. I don't know. It just depends on how many key points I wanted you guys to get out of it. To not so much to quiz you. I mean, not like I'm judging you guys or grading you guys. Of course, it's not like that. But it's more of a gauge for me. How well did you guys understand what I said? How good of a job did I do at teaching you what I'm trying to teach you, right? So the quiz would be a good feedback for myself, and also it'd probably give you a little bit of confidence boost too. That okay, I understood what he was saying. So that's what we're gonna do. And if you guys have any questions now, feel free to ask. I don't know what questions there could be, but you never know. So if you think of something, feel free to ask even after this video. I thought there was one more thing. Something kind of came to mind as I was blabbing and I lost it. Oh well, I'm sure it'll come to me after I turn off the camera. Anyways, guys, I'm excited to get this started, and I'll see you on the next video.